Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Quick look again here at Solana, double checking a few things. We're still below this descending trend line. We're still getting rejected by moving averages here on the 4 hour specifically. Kind of a good transitionary time frame for us. So I would recommend being very patient and careful taking a trade. Solana has not proven to become, independent of Bitcoin by any stretch. So let's take a quick look at some backend data, kind of see where we're at. And if you do want to become a better trader, again, CryptoCache.tag is a site. Link down below. Got a lot of new members coming over. I just want to recommend you read through our signals guide and just kind of learn as much as you can from my university videos first before you take any trades. I think it's advantageous to consider that. A lot of people want to try to run before they walk, and it's important as a trader to pump the brakes, learn what you can. Okay, so when we look at liquidation here, this is last month. There's not much going on here. Not really the best chart to look at. Last 7 days is more appropriate. We can even look at the 12-hour just to get perspective on what's going on. When we do look at this low $132 mark, that's an area here soon to get swept from any late long with high leverage. Okay, we've also got some high leverage shorts at about $142. So generally speaking, we got a range that we're in right now, kind of stuck in there. And again, it's pretty much par for the course when Bitcoin still cannot break free, keeps giving us a lot of false positives. Well, the thing we want to really recognize here isn't just liquidation, because that makes sense to have standard liquidation levels just above and below the price action, right? So it's like right here and right here. The important thing to recognize, though, more so is just kind of the fact that we're in this support range and we're probably going to be range bound in this area for some time, okay? So again, I don't think this is that big of a deal, really, for the price to be wavering below and above, or sorry, within this range, rather. When it goes above or below, that's when we want to kind of consider taking a trade in either direction, okay? There's got to be a definitive break too. That's why I always recommend waiting for the daily candlestick to close before you take a trade. I know it's easier said than done, of course. It can be hard to not want to FOMO in, but the general consensus is that it's important to be patient, right? That patient traders do very well in most cases. Again, you can miss opportunities. Don't get wrong. That totally happens. Like I wish I had been. I wish I woke up a couple hours earlier. I would have shorted Bitcoin at 66,000. But again, it's not there now. It's running. That's okay. It's just kind of how it goes, right? We'll look for the next opportunity. Here with Solana, though, I've got this X on the chart just so you know. That's roughly where we want to consider entry, because we would have broken free from this range that we're stuck within. Again, the range we're in right now is 132 roughly to 144. Okay? There's that $12 range. Either way, everything else is looking pretty bearish. There's no other way around it. MACD is still diverging. Stochastic still swinging down. Money flow index and RSI are getting low. Good news is we're getting closer to a potential bottom, but if we break through that 30 level, that barrier, we could see the price run, and that'll happen if we close below this 200-day SMA. So we're really on the edge of potential disaster. It's make or break for Solana right now. Really, no other way around it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 4 hour time frame and see where we're at. Once again, we're below all moving averages here. Not a good sign. Even though we peaked above earlier, we really didn't close above that level on the daily, so not really something we can confirm. We also see here with the MACD, it's starting to diverge once more. Stochastic swinging down, and we're still under 50 on the RSI. Like this has been the bane of most altcoins' existence, right? Peaks up above for a moment and then gets shut down. This case got rejected right there initially. Back here, Fed meeting, a lot of things that just didn't go really as planned. Okay, and that's how it works when it comes to the manipulation we're seeing in the market right now. Until the downtrend for Bitcoin discontinues, there's really no reason to want to consider jumping into a long position. Now, you jump into a short position, kind of not. It feels kind of late right now because the fact that Bitcoin, came up and came back down, and just kind of rejected out, and it's testing its support range right now. But the truth is, we got this kind of pattern here that generally works out to break down. Okay, it's really more common for the price to break down than up in situations like this. Unless we can find a stable bottom, which we're trying to test that out right now, not much we can really do about it. 132, we lose that level, stronger chance we're going to see the price continue. So if we do see the price just say come down, a lot of times you'll see a bearish back test looking like this. Okay. Again, it's not a guarantee, but that's roughly what happens in most cases. Again, we go with statistical probabilities when we're trading, folks. Really, that's all there is to it. So when you see these patterns and everything that everyone's kind of trying to find and identify, it's mostly just increasing the odds of success. While there's never a guarantee, if you have, you can stack things in your favor, you have more confluencing factors, it's a much better situation, and you might find more success with that. That's why you see people, getting crazy on the charts, because they're just looking for patterns and ways to justify things. The best thing to do, though, honestly, is to keep it simple and not use too many indicators, because if you do, then you're going to have a lot of, paralysis by analysis, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Take a look here at the Ichimoku Cloud. Again, this doesn't really tell us too much because we're starting to become range bound. We keep breaking above. Every time we do, we get rejected. Okay, so we can see a pretty obvious resistance level here at about 142. That's the upper range of this channel that we're in right now. Again, I have it kind of highlighted in green here. This is roughly what we're looking at for that channel, just so you get perspective on what that looks like here. Again, the reason why that's there is because we have larger volume profile supports and resistances at 132 and 144. When we look at the daily time frame, there's a gap in between, and we're filling that gap now. Okay, it's a good thing, it's necessary. But if we break below 132, I think we could see a run towards 100, possibly even double digits. Okay, so just kind of throwing it out there. It's best to be very careful in taking long positions. I know everything's on discount and on sale right now, but if Bitcoin makes a run towards low 60s or upper 50s, we're going to see a massive, massive dump from a majority of altcoins. So that's kind of where we're at there. So at this point here, Solana is trying to find its bottom. Hasn't yet. Let's see if there's anything else telling us here. Let's quickly look at the TPO and call it a day. This is an important thing to kind of look at with the current, the point of control for the last 24, 48, even 72 hours. We can see we've got a previous point of control here at about 137. We average out the last 3 days here. So what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that unless we can close over 137 or higher in the relative near future, we're going to continue to see the selling pressure and the price come down because the bears are controlling every one of these trading sessions. Okay, so that's generally unfavorable. All right, so again, in order for us to get up here, right, we got to break through this resistance level and retest it with basically a bullish backtest. So in a perfect world, the price comes up like this, retests this descending trend, and then continues to consolidate and goes higher. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. Between now and then, who knows if that's going to happen? At this point, we've continued to retest this lower level at about 132. We keep testing that level, folks. We're going to break below, and we're going to see a bearish backtest and the price continue lower. So I'm leaning more towards the price continuing lower at this point for Solana based on what we've seen here so far. But if we can somehow break this descending trend, Bitcoin can successfully remove its head from its ass, and we get Solana to start to 2x Bitcoin, we're not going to be able to see any kind of recovery here. So I'm sorry to anybody who feels offended by me telling you the price is going to go down. If that is the case, you're in the wrong industry. go do some research somewhere else, because I can tell you that fundamentals, while they're helpful and beneficial in certain circumstances here, the technical analysis is telling us that there is no reason to expect the price to recover right now. Okay, we just need to get Bitcoin to slow down and stop. I don't think it's going to happen right away. Okay, just some thoughts there. Either way, I hope you learned something today. Thanks again so much for watching. Do yourself a favor, check out this link down below. It's only good till June 30th. And it's an awesome little futures bonus if you use my link to register. So really cool exchange, no KYC or VPN. Help us grow our Twitter, Telegram, Discord, now TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. So a lot of fun there. Check it out if you could. Let me know your thoughts. All right, folks, have a good rest of the day. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Take care.